be 25 years old.
House has to be 25.
Has to have 7 years residence.
7 years residency.
2 terms per, 2-year terms.
2-year terms, yes.
435 officials.
435.
Senate, you have to be 30 years old.
30 years old in the Senate.
9 years resident.
9 years.
6-year terms.
Yes.
And every 1/3, like every 2 years.
1/3 of the Senate is up for election every 2 years. Anything else y'all want to say?
And then 100 officials.
100 officially, yeah, actually that's right. Anything else y'all want to say? 5, 4, yes.
President only have to consult with Senate about the diplomacy and diplomatic things.
Say again. There's a word for what you're saying. The Senate specifically deals with what that the House doesn't deal with? 5, 4, you're right, but say it right. 3, 2, anybody?
Foreign affairs.
What?
Foreign affairs. No.
4?
Policy. Foreign policy. No.
Foreign policy.
Foreign policy. What's the word though? -1. Does anybody know what the Senate can deal with alone with the President? First hand.
Wait, what?
What is it that the Senate deals with and only the Senate deals with the President, not the House? 4, 3. Once you get it wrong, you can't go back. Go ahead, Ian. -1. You groups. Everybody else has gotten it wrong. 3, 2, 1. Senate deals with treaties and appointments. House deals with revenue bills. You were actually very close. You gave me the last correct answer. Touch the House. Pick me a category, Makiko's group. Go back there with Jane and Destiny and all that. What's that?
Articles for 2.
Articles for 2. Signing statements. First hand I see. Go ahead, Ian.
It's basically where the president just he signs a law, and he can just use whether or not he wants to enforce it or not, or it's basically just saying he can add a different part to it, essentially.
Okay, the president signs a bill, and he can decide if he wants to enforce all of it in a signing statement. Go ahead, your group still got it.
No, they can. It's also sometimes called like line item veto, because he can also go in and at the end he can cancel things that were in the bill.
And do what else?
And add on.
And actually add on some things. What can the president actually write a signing statement for? What specific area of the Constitution? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is Article 2. The president can issue signing statements for anything dealing with Article 2 powers, but nothing else. Can you give me an example of one that we talked about? 5. Go ahead.
George Bush did the signing statement on the torture law.
So what was the torture law?
It was basically the Congress passed a torture law saying that we would not do this.
Yes.
And he said that he wouldn't enforce it.
He said, I reserve the right not to enforce the torture ban. Anything else? 5. Yes.
In cases where national security was at risk.
Which would fall under Article 2. Absolutely. Anything else? 4, 3, 2.
He used the most in his entire, out of any presidency.
Is that the best way of saying it?
1100 plus.
Yeah.
1100 plus. What's another way of saying it compared to the United States history?
Oh, I know.
It was the
all
most.
presidents.
It was
One
He had
president.
more than the total of all presidents together.
He had more than the total of all presidents together combined. Absolutely. Anything else? 4.
Obama still uses most of them, like he hasn't removed.
You know, he really does. I won't test you on that, but I'll take it. Anything else? 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, click it. Presidential writing on a bill where the president declares the intent to alter the implementation of the bill deals exclusively with executive power. Bush used more than all presidents in history. Y'all hit that pretty good. Touch the House. Pick me a category. Actually, yeah, do it again.
Wait, I thought we Oh.
Yeah, pick the category. We just need to make it black. Gotta go, gotta go.
Judiciary for 2 points.
Judiciary for 2. Solicitor General, first hand I see. Shane! Go ahead, Manuel.
What? The 10th justice? Basically, it's the justice that's representing the president and his views and.
The justice that represents the president and his views.
He's not actually a justice. He can just be seen as one. And
He's seated as a justice.
he's seen as a justice.
Okay, by who?
by the general, like the courts.
By the general?
He's not actually a justice. He basically
What is the Solicitor General?
He
5.
speaks for the United States in regards to court cases. So when it's like United States versus them, he's the one who speaks on behalf of the government.
The Solicitor General argues on behalf of the United States in front of the Supreme Court and actually is considered the 10th Justice. Anything else? 4.
He has more power typically in regards to, like I said, he has more influence.
Influence, not power, has got more influence. Anything else? 3, 2, 1. Click it. 10th Justice, the attorney arguing for the U.S. government before the Supreme Court. 20 minutes is usually how they do it when they divide up the time. Go ahead, pick me a category. Touch the house. Oh, Ishi, dear God. Go ahead, pick me a category.
Executive branch for 4 points. Oh.
Executive for 4. We've got our first Pictionary.
Thanks a lot. Really?
Come on over here, Manuel. Let's move this chair out of the way, Ishi, and maybe slide out so he's got some space.
You want me to film what he's
Oh,
drawing?
yeah. And could you hit that light switch, too? All right, this is what I need you to draw. Now, you can't say anything. All you can do is draw. That's what I need you to draw. Got it? Oh, you got a marker. Go ahead. 1 minute, starting now.
Just that word?
This has something to do with the executive branch. That's what I need you to draw.
Can I walk closer so I can see?
Yeah, you can walk closer. Anybody in your group can. 10 seconds. Oh, my gosh.
Maybe you should move that way so your group can see.
15 seconds.
No.
Oh, my.
To female.
It's a male.
Female rights? No.
No. That's
Male? Male
Female.
rights? Male? Female.
president.
30 seconds.
Abortion? No.
You're an
I
artist.
thought
You're
he-
an art
he can
major.
draw. This is on film, Manuel. It's going to be posted on YouTube. No pressure.
Very.
20 seconds.
There's
erase it,
never
just
been a
keep
female
on
president in
drawing.
executive branch history. I mean,
10 seconds.
fuck my life.
I can't think of it. I can't think of it.
All right, anybody want to guess? You got 4 seconds.
You can answer if you have an idea.
I don't know. Male? Shaving?
Oh, they don't have to have as much time. Like it takes like we talked about how in the presidential race, how they said that Hillary Clinton generally took more time.
Well, that's actually a lot closer than it should be, but that's not what it is.
Oh, makeup?
First hand I see.
He just said it.
Lipstick, makeup? I don't know. Women?
He's playing charades over here.
That's what I thought, yeah. She's not buying it. The word was makeup. First hand I see. What's the significance of makeup in presidential elections? You've got it, Destiny. I believe you've got it next.
Women spend more time getting ready and stuff. Men have more advantage over women because they don't have to dress up and wear as much makeup and spend so much time on their appearance.
You know, that is true. 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's something else. There's something else that's really big about makeup. Go ahead.
Was it when they go up to when they're being taped?
I want my 4 points.
When who's being taped?
The candidates.
What candidates?
Presidential candidates.
What year? 5. Anybody in the group? 4. What year? Use your notes. 3. 2008 minus 4. Silence group. You guys have it. You're next, Gisela.
Okay, John F. Kennedy and Nixon when Kennedy looked tan because he came back from California.
Nixon looked at him because he was sick coming out the
In
hospital.
the 1960 election, it was JFK versus Nixon. And what's the deal with the makeup?
He refused to wear makeup.
Who?
Nixon.
Why?
Because he didn't want to look.
Wasn't this the question where Gisela said she didn't date guys that wore makeup?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was. Okay, go ahead.
Because it was a feminine thing, and he didn't want to look feminine to the public.
So what happened when he got on
He
TV?
looked very bad. He looked sick.
He looked very deathly.
He looked pale. He looked sickly. What else was the problem in Nixon's 1960 debate? 5, 4, 3.
He was really good, like over the radio, but it's like.
What were the problems? 3, 2, 1. First hand I see. Go ahead, Gisela. What were Nixon's other problems in the debate? He didn't wear makeup. Your group's got it.
And I'm assuming there was.
What do you mean he was sick?
Wasn't he fresh out of the hospital?
He was fresh out of the hospital, so he was pale. But what other problems did he have?
He didn't look up at the camera.
Who did he look at?
He looked at the oh my gosh.
Who did he look at? Anybody in the group?
At the audience.
won?
The debilitator, the guy that was asking the questions about
He
the
asked the
issues.
moderator, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4. So Nixon was pale. Nixon looked at the moderator. What other problems did he have?
Well, the issues was that everybody was more focused on the TV, but there are also people listening to the radio.
I got that,
to
but before we get too far, what were the problems that he had on TV? Go ahead, Donachi.
There was like a background, and it made him look like a...
Yeah,
The background. What was the problem with the background?
he made him look ghostly.
Why? Why?
He was wearing all black.
He
but
wore a
it made
suit
it-
that blended in with the background. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything else? He looked. He didn't look at he looked at the moderator, not the TV screen. He was pale. He didn't wear makeup. He blended into the background. Tell me about the radio.
Everybody thought that everybody who was listening to the debate over the radio thought that Nixon won.
Thought that Nixon won. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But when it came with to the television, everybody were more rooting for JFK because he looked. We're going for JFK.
Going.
because-
4, 3. Supporting. They thought that JFK won on TV. So if Nixon won on radio, but JFK won on TV, what's that say? 5.
They prefer the youthful image of JFK over Nixon.
-4. All of that. What did it say? What was the difference? If Nixon won on radio, but indeed Kennedy won on TV, what was the logic? What was the... Go ahead, Dan.
People cared about the way you look rather than what you say.
Nixon was supposed to have been the person, when you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, that actually had the better ideas, but Kennedy was the one that had the sizzle and the appearance, and that's why it was argued that he won. Go ahead, click it. If you'll hit that light switch.